Oh, let's go.
The following is a production of WCMP Sports. It's time for volleyball action here on WCMP. First serve is coming up shortly, but now we send it to the court for the call of this match.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. It is volleyball action here on WCMP 106.5 FM, AM 1350, and streaming live online at WCMPradio.com. I, of course, am Ethan Game Day Gilman, and I'll be bringing you all the action from tonight's Great River Conference matchup between the Rush City Tigers and the Braham Bombers. Looking at these two teams coming into tonight, as you can probably see, the Braham Bombers are out there, out on the court right now, getting ready and warming up. We will see these two teams going at it, and my goodness, we couldn't have asked for a better night of Great River Conference volleyball. These two teams sitting in the top of their respective section classes. Right now, Braham in 5 is single A, Pod D. They're in Pod D, as if you've listened to a volleyball broadcast before, Section 5A for volleyball is in 4 pods, A, B, D, or A, B, C, and D, if I can do the alphabet right. Braham is in Pod D, and they currently rank in number 18th in the state. That would be third best, in all of Section 5A. The only two above them are Walker Hackensack Akeley in 9th, and Pine River Bacchus in 3rd. Those are the only two teams ranked above Braham in Section 5 Single A Pod D, or in all of actually Section 5A. They have lost one match on the year. That was to Nevis, 3-0, but they have since been on an absolute tear this season. They are 7-1 on the year. They are 1-0 in the conference after beating Ogilvie 3-0. And this conference right now, let me tell you, it looks fun, and it looks like it's going to come down to the very, very, very end of the season to find out who we will see at the top of the conference. Pine City leads with a 2-0 record, as does Rush City, so they're both on top with 2-0 records in the conference. Then it's Mille Lacs and Braham, each with a 1-0 record. But tonight, somebody's conference record will get its first blemish on the year, and when two teams are so good like these two teams are, it's so tough to see a team grab a blemish on the year, because it's like you want both teams to do so well. It's almost, you don't want either team to lose, really, and that's kind of how it is tonight. It's like I really don't want either team to lose. I want both teams to do so well. If we could we end in a tie, please? Could we? Is there a way we could find a way to end this game in a tie? Unfortunately, there is no way to end this game in a tie, and it wouldn't be much fun. That's a lie. It would be a ton of fun if it ended in a tie. But for both these teams, it wouldn't be any fun. We got to have a winner. Whether it takes 5 sets, whether it goes 3 or 4, we will find out who will get their first blemish on the conference record for the year. As I mentioned, Braham sits with a 7-1 record, and in the rankings currently they're in 4th in the conference. But I think it's more or less all tied for first between Pine City, Rush City, Mille Lacs, and Braham. Of course, all those teams will wind up playing each other sometime during the regular season, so these records could very well change. But I think those are the top 4 in the conference easily, and I think it is going to come down to each one of those 4 to decide who is going to take that top spot in the Great River Conference, whether it be Pine City, Rush City, Braham, Mille Lacs. It's going to be one of those teams, and I think it's going to be a spot where we were in, I think, a couple years ago when it was Rush City and Mille Lacs right at the top of the conference, and I think technically Mille Lacs took the conference because of the head-to-head matchup with Rush City. They split it, but I think Mille Lacs had the tiebreaker. I could be wrong on that, but this is going to be a very fun conference. It's going to be one of the most exciting ones out there in the state. I don't think there's a much better conference in the state when you got 4 teams who could legitimately be the winner of the entire conference. 4, not just 1, not 2, no, 4 teams who could seriously take the conference. It's all 4 of them really could take the conference. So it's going to be an interesting match here tonight, and I am so excited for it here this evening. Moving on to the home team, the Rush City Tigers. They, of course, are head coached by Eric Talander. The other team, the Braham Bombers, coached by Tammy Johnson. But looking to the Rush City Tigers, they have a 5-1 record on the year, and they will look to put their 2-0 conference record on the line here tonight. They're also 1-0 in their own section. They beat Hinckley Finlayson 3-0. So this should be a very good one here tonight for the Rush City Tigers. As we look at the Tigers, they have 13 sets for themselves and only 3 sets against them. A pretty darn good margin there. And as we look to their ranking in this class, they are 21st in all of state in the 2A class. And as we look to their section, which is Section 7, AA, Pine City sits atop of that section. They're ranked 11th in the state right now, so they are the 11th best. Rush City is ranked 21st. Esco's behind them at 23rd, and Proctor having a rough season go of it. They're at 55th. Pine City fell to Proctor. They were the 1 or 2 seed last year, and that's who Pine City fell to up at Proctor to end their season. I believe Rush City was able to go one more round, but that was it as they lost. I want to say it was the semifinals or quarterfinals, one of those two, but they lost. So again, this is going to be a really, really fun conference, a really fun section, and I think tonight is going to prove a lot for both these teams, really. And both of them look so excited down there. They look so primed for this one. And it's again, should be a fun one. I was able to talk with both Eric Talander and Tammy Johnson before the season started, and just kind of talk to them about, kind of what they look at for the beginning of the season, how they feel, what their rosters look like, and kind of their scrimmages that they've been through. So it was great to get to talk to both of them. You can hear both of those interviews on WCMPradio.com. If you go to the sports tab, just kind of hover over it, and then click on interviews. You can hear those interviews on WCMPradio.com. Also on KBEK.com as well. You might have to scroll down once you get to the interviews to find Eric Talander or Tammy Johnson, but you will find those on WCMP's website or KBEK's website. Again, they are on both of those. But as we look to tonight, it again should be a fun one. We've got student sections all out here tonight for both of these teams. You've got Rush City student section going with the neon theme here this evening, and looks like the Braham Bomber section will go with a blackout theme. I love the blackout. I think blackout uniforms are just so cool. You get the black on that, the other kind of color, whether it be a neon, whether it be a red or a blue, it doesn't matter. I think the blackout unis are clean. But the Braham Bomber section, student section in all black, and the Rush City section in that neon tonight, as we are in the gymnasium here at Rush City High School, home of the Tigers. Of course, we've got these two teams in football are doing pretty well. Also, Rush City's undefeated, 2-0. Braham's 1-1. So, man, there's a vibe around the school when you've got multiple teams doing well, whether it's volleyball, tennis, volleyball, football, volleyball, cross country. There is a vibe around the school, because then your friends are doing well in their sport, and they can cheer you on, you cheer them on. I love it. I love that atmosphere that you're able to have, and it's not just for teams who do well. It's a whole high school atmosphere that I just enjoy so fondly, and I get to enjoy here tonight between two very, very good teams who could see themselves at the top of the Great River Conference when it's all said and done. But one of them, again, will find their first blemish on the Great River Conference season here this evening. Who will it be? Well, we'll find out later this evening. But for now, we will take a commercial break here. Word from some of our fine sponsors. We'll come back, talk a little bit more, and then after that, we should be ready for first serve here inside Rush City High School at their gymnasium. I'm Ethan Game Day Gilman. You're listening to Volleyball here on 106.5 FM, AM 1350. WCMP.
At Stearns Bank, we're proud to get together to cheer on Dragon Athletics, and we believe that we can always go further when we work.
With high school sports season here again, Wellia Health wants to remind you that they want to help your athletes stay in the game. Sports medicine services are available at every Wellia Health campus. Whether it's the young athlete, the weekend warrior, or the accomplished athlete, injuries can happen. Get back in the game by calling the sports medicine experts at Wellia Health, 320-679-1313. Wellia Health. Live life well.
Minnesota Equipment is your lawn equipment headquarters. With plenty of staff members that have over 20 years of experience, they're number one in sales and service for a reason. The pros at Minnesota Equipment have tons of lawnmowers, zero-turn mowers, and accessories on site, so come by for Steel, Aaron's, Toro, Gravely, and John Deere, and take one home today. Minnesota Equipment, Highway 65 in Isanti, or find them at minnesotaequipment.com today.
Are you interested in a technical degree that can quickly help you land your dream career? Or maybe you've always dreamed of going to a four-year college, but you'd like to start close to home. Either way, Pine Technical and Community College has you covered. PTCC offers more than 50 degrees in hot fields like healthcare information technology, advanced manufacturing, and business. PTCC is now accepting applications. Financial aid may be available online at pine.edu. Starting out or starting over, find your future at Pine Technical and Community College.
A&W Restaurant Pine City is still making fresh root beer, that signature item since 1919. It's still made fresh and on-site with real cane sugar and a blend of secret ingredients. It doesn't get any better than this. Their world-renowned A&W root beer is a classic treat, and they can top it off with creamy vanilla soft serve to be known as the famous A&W root beer float. Now that's smooth, tasty, and refreshing. An American iconic A&W root beer float. It never tasted so good. A&W Restaurant Pine City. Come grab your root beer float today.
If you've been injured in an auto accident or have sustained other personal injury, you don't have to leave town to get good representation. Spear and Swanson attorneys at law in Pine City are experienced and will work on your case with no fee until they get you money. They also handle divorce and custody cases, criminal defense, including DWI and other legal matters. Spear and Swanson is your local law firm that cares about you. So if you need legal representation or advice, call 320-629-7586. Spear and Swanson, attorneys at law in Pine City.
When was the last time you had a professional tune-up for your home or business furnace? 1 year? 5 years? Or maybe it's been so long that you don't remember. When it's time to winterize your home or business, your routine isn't complete without a furnace tune-up from Dale's Heating and Appliance. A tune-up from Dale's will keep your furnace running at peak efficiency so you can keep warm all winter. Don't wait and avoid costly repairs. Call Dale's Heating and Appliance at 320-629-3531 or contact them online at dalesheatingandappliance.com.
Loading the kids in the car, brokering peace in the back seat, mastering the snack handoff without even looking. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. We work with independent agents who keep insurance simple, so you can worry about more important things, like figuring out what's growing in that cup holder. That's simple human sense.
Contact your local auto owner's agency, Pine Insurance Agency, at pineagency.us today.
Back here on 106.5 FM WCMP, we just want to let you know that over on 95.5 FM KBEK, you can listen to the Ogilvie Lions taking on the Hinckley-Finlayson Jaguars. Another Great River Conference matchup here this evening. Again, that's over on 95.5 FM KBEK. Thanks to Andy Beckstrom for calling that game. He's a huge help when we are able to get guys who are able to help us out like that. So again, a huge shout out to Andy Beckstrom for being able to help us out this evening and call that Ogilvie Lions versus Hinckley-Finlayson Great River Conference matchup. We'll take one more commercial break here, a word from our fine sponsors, and when we come back, we will be set for first serve here at Russian City between the Russian City Tigers and the Braham Bombers.
With all the stress involved in a legal situation, it is comforting to know that you have K-Back Law on your side. K-Back Law in Pine City provides a relaxing atmosphere for you to feel comfortable discussing your legal needs. They handle a wide range of cases from real estate and business to estate planning and probate. K-Back Law has fair and flexible pricing and will accommodate your schedule. Visit them in Pine City or Sandstone. For more information, visit K-Back Law online at kbacklaw.com. That's kbacklaw.com.
Hey, I'm Chad Greenway. When I was playing, I loved chasing down running backs. But you shouldn't have to chase your bank around when you're buying a home. Franzen Bank and Trust Mortgage Consultants will be with you stride for stride, like a linebacker on a running back, from pre-approval to closing and beyond. Let Franzen Bank guide you through the mortgage process. Learn more at franzenbank.com/getThere. Franzen Bank and Trust. Real people, real results. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
My career journey started at Northwood Technical College. I'm a business management graduate, and I'm proud of my education here. I transferred to a four-year college where I earned a bachelor's in management, then went on to law school. I'm now an attorney and chief operating officer of a sovereign nation wealth fund. I work remotely across the country providing business resources for 2 tribes. I chose to start my education at Northwood Tech because I could earn credits towards my bachelor's. All associate degrees have a 4-year path. Choose your path and experience success.
With high school sports season here again, Wellia Health wants to remind you that they want to help your athletes stay in the game. Sports medicine services are available at every Wellia Health campus. Whether it's the young athlete, the weekend warrior, or the accomplished athlete, injuries can happen. Get back in the game by calling the sports medicine experts at Wellia Health, 320-679-1313. Wellia Health. Live life well.
Minnesota Equipment is your lawn equipment headquarters. With plenty of staff members that have over 20 years of experience, they're number one in sales and service for a reason. The pros at Minnesota Equipment have tons of lawnmowers, zero-turn mowers, and accessories on site, so come by for Steel, Aaron's, Toro, Gravely, and John Deere, and take one home today. Minnesota Equipment, Highway 65 in Isanti, or find them at minnesotaequipment.com today.
Are you interested in a technical degree that can quickly help you land your dream career? Or maybe you've always dreamed of going to a four-year college, but you'd like to start close to home. Either way, Pine Technical and Community College has you covered. PTCC offers more than 50 degrees in hot fields like healthcare information technology, advanced manufacturing, and business. PTCC is now accepting applications. Financial aid may be available. Online at pine.edu. Starting out or starting over, find your future at Pine Technical and Community College.
A&W Restaurant Pine City is still making fresh root beer, that signature item since 1919. It's still made fresh and on-site with real cane sugar and a blend of secret ingredients. It doesn't get any better than this. Their world-renowned A&W root beer is a classic treat, and they can top it off with creamy vanilla soft serve to be known as the famous A&W root beer float. Now that's smooth, tasty, and refreshing. An American iconic A&W root beer float. It never tasted so good. A&W Restaurant Pine City. Come grab your root beer float today.
If you've been injured in an auto accident or have sustained other personal injury, you don't have to leave town to get good representation. Spear & Swanson attorneys at law in Pine City are experienced and will work on your case with no fee until they get you money. They also handle divorce and custody cases, criminal defense, including DWI and other legal matters. Spear & Swanson is your local law firm that cares about you. So if you need legal representation or advice, call 320-629-7586. Spear & Swanson, attorneys at law in Pine City.
Back here on 106.5 FM WCMP, AM 1350 as well, of course. It was a beautiful sound as we heard a lot of these students and adults in here singing along with the national anthem as it was played by the Rush City Band. That was really cool to hear. But now we look to your starters for the Braham Bombers. It's going to be number 2, senior Ella Doble. Number 3, senior Ashlyn Giffro. Number 4, senior McKenna Schroeder. Number 5, senior Julia Kunke. Number 6, junior Aaron Zimpel. Number 7, senior Sophia Johnson. On the other side for the Rush City Tigers, it will be number 1, sophomore Autumn Stream. Number 2, junior Cora Sayatovic. Number 4, Lydia Bengstrom, who is a junior. Then we go to number 7, junior Ella Ferry. Then we move on to number 12, senior Mackenzie Ribbich. And, of course, number 21, junior Michaela Ertz. Those are your starters tonight for the Rush City Tigers. And the libero, of course, will be McKenna Garr. So, Eric Thielander, the head coach for the Rush City Tigers. The head coach for the Braham Bombers is Tammy Johnson. We are just about set here for first serve inside Rush City High School. Don't mind the camera right now. I'm just doing a little bit of adjusting before we get started. Want to make sure that we get everything looking good as we are set for what should be a very fun, very competitive Great River Conference matchup between the Rush City Tigers at home, who are hosting the Braham Bombers. Student section for Braham already getting into it. Again, their student section wearing their blackout, going with the blackout theme, black shirts, black shorts, black pants, whatever you may have. And then on the other side for Rush City, their student section going the neon theme. Can't tell, I'm extremely excited for tonight's matchup. This should be a really fun one. Autumn Stream, Cora Sayatovic, and Lydia Bankston on the front line for Rush City. On the other side, it's Ashlyn Giffro, as well as Ella Doble, along with Sophia Johnson in the front row on the other side for Braham. Back line is going to contain Julia Kunke, Erin Zimpel, and Ella Doble, I believe. Then in the back row, it will be libero McKenna Garr, as well as Ella Ferry and Mackenzie Ribbich in there for the Rush City Tigers. This should be a good one, and we are set for first serve as the Braham Bombers get set to serve. To begin this game, it is going to be Ella Doble with the first serve. She gets it over to the Rush City side. Looking for the kill quickly is Lydia Bankston, dug up by the Braham Bombers. Then down for the kill by Autumn Stream. And the Rush City Tigers get on the board first, 1-0. 1-0 the early score here for Rush City, and now back to serve is Cora Sayatovic. She's back to serve. Looks like we get a substitution. Ribbich out. In for her is Veronica Hemming. So a quick substitution, and the ball is over on the serve to the Braham side, dug up by Kunke, and now looking for the kill is Doble, dug up though by the Tigers. That's going to go in their bench area, but nice job getting it back across. Garr with the hit across, and now looking for the kill is Ashlyn Giffro. Giffro gets it across. It's Rush City who has it. Lydia Bankston looking for the kill. Off the block at the net, and it's going to be point for Rush City. They lead 2-0 here in set number 1. Lydia Bankston, another slap on that one. Braham got a nice block, but it goes off their blocked hands, out of bounds. And now Bankston, that is Sayatovic who will serve for the Tigers. Bombers get it up, and we'll push it across. It's Erin Zimpel. Now dug up by the Tigers. It's going to be Autumn Stream who looks for the kill. Nice diving dig there by the Braham Bombers. I believe it's Doble, but Bankston looks for the kill once again. Lydia Bankston just has an absolute cannon for a slap. Actually, that might have been Cora Sayatovic. I apologize. That might have been Sayatovic who got that kill. I think it was. Sayatovic with the kill that time. The serve is over. This one is dug up, and now looking to just tap it across. But at the net is Veronica Hemming with the block, and all of a sudden it's 4-0, the lead for Rush City. Just being very aware and very aggressive at the net are the Tigers early on, and I love it, and it is working for them. If it's working, don't fix it. Back to serve is Sayatovic. Her serve is up. It is over. Dug up. That is Schroeder, and hit across by Doble. Tigers dig it up. Looking for the kill again is Stream. That gets down right where no one was for the Bombers. Diving after it was Erin Zimpel, but just doesn't get there in time, and it's a quick 5-0 lead here in set number 1. If I can find the words to speak. Sayatovic to serve once again. The serve is over. It's dug up again by Schroeder, and now trying to tap it across, but back down by Stream and Sayatovic. It's a 6-0 lead now for Rush City, and it looks like we will get a timeout here by the Braham Bombers. The Rush City Tigers lead 6-0 over Braham here in set number 1. It's been a dominant 6 points here so far for the Rush City Tigers as they look to just extend their lead here in set number 1. They lead 6-0 already over the Braham Bombers. It's been a pretty even match, or I should say swings, for the Tigers, as Lydia Bankston has 2 kills as well as Autumn Stream. So it looks like they don't give any to Sayatovic. So Stream has 2 kills, so I've been wrong. Autumn Stream with 2 kills as well for the Rush City Tigers. It's Stream and Sayatovic with 2, or excuse me, Stream and Bankston. I apologize, might be a little too excited. Stream and Bankston with 2 kills each for the Rush City Tigers. And the Braham Bombers have 0 points. It is the Tigers who lead by 6 here in set number 1. Sayatovic will get set to serve once again for the Tigers. It's been a 6-0 run, dug up by, that is Schroeder, and now the kill on the other side by the Bombers. Couldn't tell if that was Giffro or Kunke. Looks like they are going to give it to Giffro. So Giffro will get one back here for the Braham Bombers out of that timeout. And the timeout seems to work well for the Braham Bombers. And now back to serve it will be Ashlyn Giffro. Her serve is over, dug up by the Rush City Tigers. Now looking for the kill is Veronica Hemming. Blocked at the net, but the Tigers keep it alive and they'll get it back across. Beautiful job by the Tigers. Now looking for the kill is Julia Kunke. Goes off the block, hands at the net, and it will be down for a point for the Braham Bombers. So 2 straight points here for the Braham Bombers, and Julia Kunke has had a nice swing on that one. This serve going to be a little bit long. And so the Tigers will get one back. It's 7-2. Now back to serve is Lydia Bankston for the Rush City Tigers. Her serve is over, dug up by Kunke to Zimpel, and now looking for the kill was Kunke, but just hitting it back across is Hemming. She got up to the net and just kind of tapped it, just enough to get the point for Rush City. They lead 8-2. Bankston to serve. Serve is up. It is over. Dug up by Kunke. To Zimpel. And now Kunke will just tap it across. Nice move, but the Tigers are right there waiting for it. Now the libero Gar will hit it back across. And Kunke, that is Doble looking for the kill. She can. It's dug up by the Tigers. Now looking for it is Ella Ferry. It's down for a point for the Tigers. 9-2 the lead for Rush City. That kill there by Ella Ferry. And Bankston again back to serve for the Tigers. Her serve is over. Oh, quickly dug up by Schroeder. Had to get to it. And no, not in time. It looks like we're going to get a whistle here on Braham. And now Rush City takes a 10-2 lead. Set number 1 trying to inch closer to that midway point here in set number 1 as Kunke gets the dig. And Kunke will look for the kill off of the fingertips at the net. Tigers get it. It's Bankston who hits it back across, dug up by Schroeder. And Julia Kunke will push it back across. Dug up again by the Tigers, and pushing it across is Hemming. Dug up nicely, though, by the Braham Bombers, and hitting it across is Ella Doble. Dug up there by Gar. Now looking to hit it across this Ferry, blocked at the net, but that goes off the hands of the block. Back out of play, and another point for Rush City. They lead 11-2. Ella Ferry with back-to-back kills makes it 11-2. And Lydia Bankston back to serve again for the Rush City Tigers. Her serve is across, dug up by the Bombers. Julia Kunke comes up, looks for the kill, and is blocked at the net by both Hemming and Autumn Stream. And another point for the Rush City Tigers. They lead by 10 now, 12-2. Bankston readies. Comes up, hits this one over. Dug up by Kunke. Kind of gets up to her a little quicker than she thought, Zimpel. And now looks for the kills. Doble dug up nicely, but Kunke right there pushes it back across. But nice job by the Tigers to get that one up. Hemming with the hit across. Kunke looks for the kill, but she hits it into the net. I saw where she was looking to go with that one, and that was a good spot. But 13-2 now. Tigers with the lead. Bankston back to serve yet again for these Rush City Tigers. Her serve just over the net. It's dug up, but not enough. McKenna Schroeder got to it, but then it headed right for the Braham bench. And now it's 14-2. Bankston. Serve is over. Dug up by Kunke. Now to the front to Zimpel. Kunke will look for the kill. Oh my goodness, what a kill there. She got it to Lydia Bankston. Bankston did get the dig, but that dig goes well into her bench area. And now the Braham Bombers finally get one back as it's 14-3, and it's Ella Doble back to serve for Braham. Doble with the serve, dug up by the Tigers, and Ferry will get to it. Dug up, though, by the Bombers. Kunke will look to hit it across. It's dug up by Bankston. And now Ferry again will look to get it across, but I think we're going to get a lift here. Oh, double hit. So it's a double hit on the Tigers. That'll make it 14-4, and the Tigers will close the gap back to 10. Or, the Bombers will, not the Tigers. Tigers have the lead, 14-4. Doble's serve is over, dug up by Gar. Now looking for the hit is Bankston, dug up by the Bombers to Zimpel, and now hitting it across was Sophia Johnson, blocked at the net, and then pushing it over is Kunke for the Braham Bombers. Gar now sets up Hemming. Hemming looking for the kill, dug up by the Bombers, looking for the set. It's going to go across the net anyways. Hemming, and now it is Stream looking for the kill. She'll get the kill for the Rush City Tigers, and it's 15-4. Braham looked like they may have got one, but they just fell behind a little bit on that volley, I think. And now back to serve. I'll let you know once I see the number. Serve is dug up by the Bombers, though. Hits it back across. And Hemming looking for the kill. No, it didn't get down. It stayed up. Nice dig there by the Bombers. I was for sure that one got down. That one still doesn't get down. Aaron Zimpel with the nice dig, diving dig, and now looking for the kill is Ferry, dug up by the Bombers. It's Julia Kunke who will look to just tap it across, going aggressive after it is Sayatovic, and now he gets down for a kill for the Braham Bombers. And yeah, Sealander looking to go to the referee. Oh. Adam Stream, by the way, was back to serve for the Tigers, and now the referee is going to give a word to the Rush City head coach. Looked like they might have given him a warning even. I don't know about that. Yeah, they just gave him a warning saying if you do it again, you're gone. I don't understand that. I wasn't paying attention to it, so I didn't clearly see. Maybe he was chirping at him for a while, but I didn't see anything. Now checking in for the Bombers is Jenna Burmaster, the sophomore. I don't know about that. T-Lander was just saying, hey, I think that one hit the ground. Hemming, and it's in. Beautiful spot on that hit from Veronica Hemming. She got it right to the far side edge, and it just bounced in. And she'll go back to serve now for the Tigers, will Veronica Hemming. Her serve is over. Dug up by the Bombers. Now at the net looking for the kill is Aaron Zimpel. Dug up, though, by the Tigers. Keeping it alive is Gar. Ella Ferry looks for the kill. Nice job by Ashlyn Giffro, bringing right there in the right spot at the right time. Julie Kunke tries to get it over, and somehow the Tigers keep it alive. Gar will get it back across. It's dug up there by Doble, and now setting up Julia Kunke for the kill. But Gar right there for the dig. Racing after another Tigers. They get it back across, does Ella Ferry. Dug up by the Bombers. Julia Kunke looks again to line this one up. That's to Gar, but Gar can't handle it. It goes out of bounds off the dig. And Braham will get one back, 16-6. I know it's a 10-point lead right now for the Rush City Tigers, but man, you can just feel the energy in this one so far, and it is so palpable. It's so fun right now as Julia Kunke goes back to serve. Serve is over. Dug up there by Mackenzie Ribich. And Ferry looks for the kill. It's dug up by Doble, racing after it to the net and getting it, and now we're going to get a whistle here on the Bombers, and the point will go back to the Rush City Tigers. 17-6 they lead here in set number one. Ella Ferry will go back to serve for the Tigers. Serve is up, it is over, and it's short, but Bombers get to it just in time. Giffro with the kill attempt, dug up by Ferry. And now it is, trying to get it across was Bankston. Trying to just get a light little tap on it to try and catch the Tigers off guard, but a little too less oomph on that one. And it goes into the net, 17-7. Bombers get one back. It's McKenna Schroeder. Back to serve. Schroeder, her serve is up. It is over. It's dug up by Gar. Now to Sayatovic, and getting it across. Nice diving dig on that one from Jenna Burmaster. Then hitting it across are the Bombers, keeping it alive. And now it's Bankston looking after it. Blocked at the net by the Bombers, but it goes off the fingertips of the block and out of bounds. Point for Rush City, 18-7. Back to serve will be the libero, McKenna Gar. She will serve from the near side. It's a right-handed serve, right to Julia Kunke, to Schroeder, and getting it across is Zimpel. And now looking for the kill. That time were the Tigers, but they keep it alive, and hitting it across are the Bombers. And now pushing it across. What a smart play there by Cora Sayatovic. As no one was ready for that one by the Braham Bombers. No one was up close. And Sayatovic just says, hey, I see an opening. I'm just going to lay it over in that spot. Smart play by Cora Sayatovic, and back to serve again is McKenna Gar. Her team leads 19-7. She'll take something off of that one. Dug up by Burmaster, and getting it across are the Bombers. Tigers with the dig. It's Gar who's going to look to set up Sayatovic again. That is a kill. Does hit the net, but hey, sometimes the net is your best friend. And Sayatovic, another kill, and Gar back to serve again. 13-point lead here for the Braham Bombers. Gar with the right-handed serve. It is over. Oh, and not able to field it cleanly is McKenna Schroeder, and it's 21-7 for Rush City. Gar again to serve. Her serve, she'll just lob this one over. Burmaster right there ready, but knocking it over is Zimpel, and now looking for the just light tap is Autumn Stream, but might have been a double hit, and it will make it 21-8. 13 points down. Can the Bombers start a little bit of a comeback here as Ella Doble, no, excuse me, that is Erin Zimpel. Back to serve. Her serve is over. Dug up by Gar, keeping it alive is Sayatovic. Now looking for the kill is Lydia Bankston. That's going to go way back, hit the basketball hoop. They managed to get it over. I'm surprised that's not considered out of play. But Bankston looks for the kill. It gets back across on the dig. Another dig there by Julia Kunke. And now we get a whistle, and I don't know what the whistle is on that time. I thought that was clean by the Bombers. Interesting. So 22-8 is the score. Rush City leads. Sayatovic will go back to serve here as Mackenzie Ribbits checks out. Veronica Hemming checks in for the Tigers side. Again, it is Sayatovic with the serve and not able to catch up to it. That is an ace for Sayatovic. Ashley in Giffro not able to get there. It's 23-8. The lead here for the Tigers. The serve is dug up by Giffro, but just her teammates just can't catch up to it, and now it's set point for the Tigers. 24-8 they lead. It's been an absolute dominant set here for the Rush City Tigers, and they look to close it out. Serve is over from Sayatovic. Diving after their two Bombers. They keep it alive, does Zimpel. Now hitting it across. That is Giffro. And Hemming will look for the final kill of this set. Not going to happen as the dig there from Zimpel keeps it alive. Kunke hits it back across. Dug up cleanly, and now it is blocked at the net by the Bombers. Somehow the Tigers keep it alive. Oh my goodness, what a play there by the Tigers. They keep it alive, and that's going to be it for set number one. Wow. What a play. The Bombers, blocked it at the net. And it looked like it was going to be a point for the Bombers. They looked like they were going to keep it alive here in set number one, but not the case as the Tigers somehow keep it alive. Wow, what a play there. And even though it was lopsided, we had a ton of action there in set number one. We'll move on to set number two here after a word from our fine sponsors.
When was the last time you had a professional tune-up for your home or business furnace? 1 year? 5 years? Or maybe it's been so long that you don't remember. When it's time to winterize your home or business, your routine isn't complete without a furnace tune-up from Dale's Heating and Appliance. A tune-up from Dale's will keep your furnace running at peak efficiency so you can keep warm all winter. Don't wait and avoid costly repairs. Call Dale's Heating and Appliance at 320-629-3531 or contact them online at dalesheatingandappliance.com.
Loading the kids in the car, brokering peace in the back seat, mastering the snack handoff without even looking. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. We work with independent agents who keep insurance simple, so you can worry about more important things, like figuring out what's growing in that cup holder. That's simple human sense.
Contact your local auto owner's agency, Pine Insurance Agency, at pineagency.us today.
With all the stress involved in a legal situation, it is comforting to know that you have K-Back Law on your side. K-Back Law in Pine City provides a relaxing atmosphere for you to feel comfortable discussing your legal needs. They handle a wide range of cases from real estate and business to estate planning and probate. K-Back Law has fair and flexible pricing and will accommodate your schedule. Visit them in Pine City or Sandstone. For more information, visit Quebec Law online at quebeclaw.com. That's quebeclaw.com.
Back here on 106.5 FM, AM 1350 WCMP. Also streaming live with video at WCMPradio.com. What a first set it was. It was a little bit lopsided according to the score. It was 25-8, but man, the action on the court says a whole heck of a lot different. I mean, 25-8, shoot, this one looked like it went into extra points. It looked more or less like 30-28. My goodness, it was a fun one in set number one, and if that's what set number one looks like, set number two, I imagine, will be a lot closer because the Braham Bombers look just a little bit like they were getting a few of their jitters out there in set number one, but man, set two, I can't wait. There's going to be a ton more action. It should be a whole heck of a lot of fun here in the second set. We're just about ready to start the second set here inside Rush City High School Gymnasium. Both teams back out onto the court. And it should be the Rush City Tigers who will get the serve, as Braham started with the serve in the last set. Just finalizing some of the people out there on the court now for both sides. Kenagar, the libero for Rush City, will start out there, and it will be the Tigers who will get the serve. And that will be Cora Sayatovic back to serve for Rush City. Sayatovic will get set. And here's the serve. It is over. Dug up by Kunke. Now to Zimpel. And getting after it is Sophia Johnson, dug up by Gar very neatly. And Veronica Hemming looks for the kill. Dug up by Zimpel, though. She's right there, ready for it. And getting it across. Just a little bit long on the hit. I believe that's Giffro there. And the first point will go to the Rush City Tigers. 1-0 they lead. In set number two, they lead 1-0. Cora Sayatovic serving for the Tigers, who lead 1-0 over the Braham Bombers. That's going to be long on the serve from Sayatovic. A rare mistake there by the Tigers. And the Braham Bombers will take over as that serve goes just a little bit long. Trying to figure out the scoreboard here. Lydia Bankston will now be back to serve for the Rush City Tigers, who lead 2-1. Julia Kunke has to go low for that one. Going to call a double hit on Kunke. I didn't see it, but doesn't mean it didn't happen. 3-1 now, as Bankston gets set to serve. She served to start that first set. Man, oh man, was she strong. Schroeder with the dig. Now to Doble, and two Braham Bombers go after it. It was Schroeder and Sophia Johnson who went after it, and it goes off of both their hands, and it winds up going straight into the net. So point for Rush City. They lead 4-1. Bankston to serve. Her serve up and over, dug up by Kunke. Now to Zimpel. And looking for the kill is Doble. It's dug up by the Tigers. And again, sometimes the rafters are not your friends. And it wasn't there in that case for the Rush City Tigers, as it hit the rafters. And Veronica Hemming will just tap this one over. Back across. They're going to call a double hit there on the Bombers rather. Make it 5-2. Autumn Stream will be back to serve for Rush City, who leads 5-2 in set number two. Serve is over into the net. 5-3. Checking into the game and going back to serve is Jenna Burmaster, the sophomore for the Braham Bombers. Her serve is up. It is over. It's dug up by Bankston. And looking for the kill at the net is Michaela Ertz, who checks in for the first time here tonight. Braham had it blocked at the net for a moment, and then it went right towards the bench of Braham. So another point here for Rush City. The serve from Veronica Hemming is over, dug up by the Bombers. And looking for the kills, Julia Kunke. She'll get it off the set from Jenna Burmaster. Julia Kunke with the serve. She has many kills here this evening. Looks like she's already got 4. And she will go back to serve. It's Julia Kunke, her serve. It hits the net and it gets over. That's going to be an ace for Julia Kunke. Sometimes the net is really your best friend, and on something like that, it really was. If you can manage to do that every time, shoot, you might just win the match off sets alone. This serve is over and dug up by Mackenzie Ribbits. They try to keep it alive. They have to reach over their teammates on the seats in the bench area, and it's not going to work out for the Tigers, and now it's tied 6-6. Julia Kunke, her serve is over, dug up by Gar, and now it's Bankston with the hit, and her hit goes long. And the Braham Bombers have their first lead of the match in set number 2. They lead 7-6. They lost set 1 25-8, but lead set number 2 7-6. The serve is over from Julia Kunke, dug up by Bankston. Oh, and Gar will get it. Looked like her teammate was ready, but hit on over by Sayatovic. Actually, that might have been Ertz. Now looking for the kill there. Getting it is Ashlyn Giffro, and it's an 8-6 lead for the Braham Bombers. Julia Kunke back to serve. Kunke's serve is over. Dug up by Bankston, goes right back across the net. Dug up by the Bombers, Zimpel. And now hitting it across is Schroeder. Gar with the dig to Sayatovic. And getting it across was Bankston, and that dig by the Bombers went into the net. They tried to make a smart play and wait for it as it bounced off the net, but just unable to get any lift on it. And now Ella Ferry goes back to serve for the Rush City Tigers, who trail by 8-7 here in set number 2. The serve is over. Getting down for it is Kunke. Now with the hit is Giffro. Gar. And Bankston looks for the kill. Blocked at the net by Zimpel, but that block goes right back across the net and out of bounds. So Rush City will get the point and tie things up at 8 apiece. Ferry gets set for the serve. It's over. Dug up by Kunke. And Burmaster, and now hitting it across is Giffro. Tigers have it. Zach McKenzie, my goodness, Michaela Ertz, good grief. Hits it across. Apparently, I can't speak tonight, as Michaela Ertz gets the kill for the Rush City Tigers. They now lead 9-8. Serve across is dug up by Schroeder, and now looking for the kill is Schroeder. So that wasn't dug up by Schroeder, by the way. They're at the back line. I believe it was Ella Doble. All sorts of falling apart here in the second set, but the Braham Bombers look to have their swagger back here in set number 2. They have tied it again at 9. As it is a Schroeder back to serve. Her serve is over. It's dug up by Ferry. And trying to just lightly tap it across was Bankston. She took a little too much off of that one and goes into the net. It's 10-9. Braham with the lead. Schroeder with the serve. This one goes into the... Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. That one hit the net. It rode on the top of the net and looked like it might sit there and fall on the Rush City side, but it wound up falling back across to the Braham side, and unfortunately, no matter what they do there, that's going to be out on the serve. So right as soon as Rush City gets a point back, they give it back to the Braham Bombers, and it's 11-10. Erin Zimpel to serve here for the Braham Bombers. Her serve is over, dug up by Gar. Sayatovic, and getting it across is Ferry. That's down right in the middle of all of the Bombers. And that'll tie things at 11 here in set number 2. Going back to serve is Cora Sayatovic. Checking into the game is Veronica Hemming for Mackenzie Ribbich. Sayatovic, her serve is up and over. Dug up by Giffro. Now looking for the kill is Sophia Johnson, though, dug up by the Tigers. It's Bankston who will get the kill, trying to get the dig is Zimpel, but that ball had some of the nastiest spin I have seen on a volleyball this year, and she really couldn't do anything with it, could Zimpel. Sayatovic to serve once again. It is up, it is over. Kunke with the dig that time. To Zimpel. And now hitting it across is Giffro. And that is down for a kill. Giffro with the kill for the Braham Bombers. That'll tie things up at 12. And like I mentioned, this one has turned out to be a good one as the Bombers have found a little bit of their swagger. Gar with the dig off the serve. And now hitting it across is Autumn Stream. That is just going to be out of the reach of Aaron Zimpel on the dig, and the Rush City Tigers will grab the lead back. Back and forth we go. One team will get the lead, then they'll tie it, and then the other team will get the lead, then they'll tie it. That's pretty much how it's been for the last 5-6 points. And now back to serve is Lydia Bankston for the Rush City Tigers. As we reach upon the midway point here. Dug up by Julia Kunke to Zimpel. And looking for the kill is Ella Doble, blocked at the net by the Tigers. And Kunke will look to push it back across. Dug up by the Tigers. Gar will race upon it. Julia Kunke gets the dig, and now she'll look for the kill. Kunke, Gar gets the dig, though. And, that's going to fall between both Ferry and Sayatovic. Neither of them could really run up on it, and get a hand underneath it to get the dig. And now going back to serve is Ella Doble. Braham Bombers have tied it again at 13. Doble with the serve, dug up by Gar for the Rush City Tigers. Veronica Hemming, no, it's going to be Ferry. Blocked at the net by the Bombers, and they are unable to get it back across the net. Going to be a double hit on the Bombers, and the Tigers will get a point back. 14-13, Tigers with the lead again. And Autumn Stream will be the new server for the Tigers. It is up, it is over. It is dug up by Kunke. Racing after it is Zimpel, and Kunke will just tap it across. Dug up, though, by Michaela Ertz. Michaela Ertz and her teammate Bankston run into each other, and then they are unable to race after the dig. They both look to the judge as if something had happened to where they might get a whistle, but I didn't see anything. Not sure what they were looking at, but they know, and they're more knowledgeable of the sport than I. Burmaster with the serve. Bombers keep it alive. Nice job there, and Zimpel will get it back across. Gar with the race after it, and Veronica Hemming will hit it across now. It's dug up there for a moment by Burmaster. It goes up on her elbows, though, and then it goes straight towards that boundary line. And now it will be 15-14. At least it should be anyways. They say it's 15-13. I think they're missing a point for Braham. I'm going to keep mine at 15-14 because the Braham Bombers just served, so it should be 15-14. Not sure why the scoreboard doesn't say so. There it is. Veronica Hemming with the serve dug up, and now this one is going to go long on the hit from Zimpel, and that'll make it 16-14. I always get confused because I never want my scoreboard to be one ahead or one below, so I am always checking the scoreboard in the gymnasium to make sure I'm at least close or on. And any time that I'm not on, it always worries me, but Hemming with the serve once again. Dug up by Giffro, and now it's Kunke looks for the kill. Blocked at the net by the Tigers, though. Gar with the dig, and now it is Bankston looks for the kill. Dug up, though, by the Bombers. Hit across by Zimpel. Gar with the dig. Tapped on down by... I think they're going to say the Bombers touched the net on that kill attempt, and now we're going to get a timeout here by the Braham Bombers. It has been a much, much better second set for the Braham Bombers. It's 17-14, and they have nearly doubled their points from the first set. As we know, it was 25-8, that first set taken by Rush City. They lead 1-0, and currently lead set 2, 17-14. But man, oh man, has it been a much better set here for the Braham Bombers. They've held many leads. We've had many lead changes here. I don't have the wherewithal to tell you how many lead changes. That's too much for my mind to try and handle. If I had maybe one more person, another hand here to try and keep track, then I probably would be able to, but we do not. We do not. 17-14. Rush City with the lead over the Braham Bombers here in set number 2. And you can imagine if this is won by Rush City, it's going to be a tough third set because then the Tigers will go in up 2-0, and that is always tough, being down on the road no less. Veronica Hemming will be back to serve for the Rush City Tigers. Her serve is over, dug up by Kunke. Now to Burmaster. Kunke looks for the kill. It's dug up though by Hemming. Sayatovic now to Bankston, and that's going to be a kill from Bankston. Makes it 18-14. Veronica Hemming will be back to serve still. Her serve is over, dug up by Kunke. To Burmaster, that's going to be right at the middle. A Kunke diving dig, and the attempt not going to be enough as that one gets down. Blocked at the net by the Tigers, and Bombers looked like they had a chance, but just unable to go after it or get it up enough. Kunke, and we watched her last year, and she literally lays herself on the line for these. That's going to be down for an ace. Bombers tried to let that one go. It looked like it was going to be long, but Veronica Hemming's serve is down for an ace. Waiting for the ball to get back in play here. Now it gets to Hemming. Hemming will look for another ace here, try and get her team up 21-14. Serve is over, and I like the serve idea. Dug up, though, by Doble, and another quick whistle there. It's 21-14. Tigers with the lead here in set number 2, looking to close it out. They're 4 points away. Hemming with the serve. Oh my goodness, what a serve that is. They somehow keep it alive. Do the Bombers. Kunke with the attempted kill, dug up by Bengtson. It'll be lifted back across by Sayatovic and hit across to Hemming. Sayatovic keeps it alive. Ferry looks for the kill, blocked at the net by the Bombers. Burmaster to Kunke. Kunke will just lay it over the net, and the Rush City Tigers keep it alive. Ferry hits it back across to the Bombers. Kunke will just tap this one across, blocked at the net by the Tigers, and that will be well away from any Tiger to get to it, and it's 22-14. My goodness. Veronica Hemming will be back to serve, but before we get this next serve, we get a timeout here by the Braham Bombers, who trail 22-14 in set number 2. And that beginning of the set, man, it looked like Braham might find some momentum and start to pull away, but as of late, it has been all Rush City, who leads by 8 now. And if you're just joining us, the Tigers took set 1, 25-8, and now lead here in set number 2, 22-14 over the Great River Conference rival, the Braham Bombers. Again, it looks to be a 4-team race for the top spot in the conference between Rush City, Pine City, Mille Lacs, and Braham. Those look to be the 4 teams who will be there at the end of the season, kind of fighting for that top spot, but it starts tonight. One of the top 4 teams, well, 2 of the top 4 teams in the conference here this evening going at it. Doble with the dig. Kunke will look for the kill. Blocked at the net by the Tigers. Michaela Ertz there for the block for Rush City. It's 23-14. Veronica Hemming with the serve. It's over. Cleanly dug up by the Bombers this time to Burmaster. Kunke at the net. Oh, and then I think she got distracted by the Tigers jumping, and that's what that can do. If you get the team on the other side to jump, or if they jump and try and go for the ball, sometimes it can distract you and then lead you to misplaying the ball, and that's exactly what happened there to Julia Kunke. Veronica Hemming looking to end this set here. Dug up by the Bombers. Burmaster now hitting it across, blocked at the net. Dug back up by the Bombers. Julia Kunke will look for the kill. Dug up by Bankston. Back to Sayatovic. Bankston gets it back across. It's dug up, and now looking for the kill is Doble. Dug up again by Bankston at the net. Oh, what? They call that point for Rush City. I don't know about that one. I don't know. Oh, my. That. Ooh, I don't know about that one. That's a tough one. We'll stick with what the referees say, but in my opinion, I think that's not the greatest of calls, and Bombers will exit the court momentarily. That's not all 3 sets. Maybe they'll just exit the court to go have a word out in the hallway. And while they do that, we will take a commercial break here. Word from our fine sponsors. When we come back, we'll be ready for set number 3. Listening to Volleyball on 106.5 FM AM 1350 WCMP.
Hey, I'm Chad Greenway. When I was playing, I loved chasing down running backs. Well, you shouldn't have to chase your bank around when you're buying a home. Franzen Bank and Trust Mortgage Consultants will be with you stride for stride, like a linebacker on a running back, from pre-approval to closing and beyond. Let Franzen Bank guide you through the mortgage process. Learn more at franzenbank.com/get-there. Franzen Bank and Trust. Real people, real results. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
My career journey started at Northwood Technical College. I'm a business management graduate, and I'm proud of my education here. I transferred to a 4-year college where I earned a bachelor's in management, then went on to law school. I'm now an attorney and chief operating officer of a sovereign nation wealth fund. I work remotely across the country providing business resources for 2 tribes. I chose to start my education at Northwood Tech because I could earn credits towards my bachelor's. All associate degrees have a 4-year path. Choose your path and experience success.
With high school sports season here again, Wellia Health wants to remind you that they want to help your athletes stay in the game. Sports medicine services are available at every Wellia Health campus. Whether it's the young athlete, the weekend warrior, or the accomplished athlete, injuries can happen. Get back in the game by calling the sports medicine experts at Wellia Health, 320-679-1313. Wellia Health. Live life well.
Set number 3 is upon us. The Braham Bombers trail 2-0 to the Rush City Tigers. By the way, if you're looking for the Twins score, it's in the bottom of the 4th inning. Twins lead 3-2, and Thursday Night Football, the Kansas City Chiefs trail at home against the San Diego Chargers. Interesting, 10-0. May the Chargers be the dark horse in the AFC West? Maybe. I think a lot of people are thinking that it is still going to be the Chiefs, but let's pay attention to the Chargers. But in our game, it's 2-0. The lead for Rush City over their Great River Conference foe, the Braham Bombers. 2-0. They won set 1, did the Tigers 25-8, and won that last set 25-14, maybe on a controversial call. I don't know. They called a whistle on Braham, but I don't know. We stick with it. We respect the referees because they don't do this for a living. This is not, they're not getting paid hundreds of thousands of dollars to do this. You know, they don't get rich doing this. They take time out of their busy schedules and their days to come volunteer and do this. They get paid a little bit, but let me tell you, it ain't much. So again, we want to thank the referees for being here and thank them for refereeing these matches, because without them, well, we can't have a match and no one gets to play. So thank them. And again, we respect what they say, even though we may not agree sometimes, but we respect their opinion and their judgment. Getting ready for the 3rd and what could be the final set here at Rush City High School. The Tigers lead 2-0 over the Braham Bombers. Making sure we're all set out there on the court. Again, Gar, the Tigers libero, will be out there. Tigers lead 2-0 over the Braham Bombers, but the Bombers will start serving this set. It will be their junior Erin Zimpel getting set to serve. Her serve is over. Oh, and that goes off the fingertips of Mackenzie Rivets. She knows it because as soon as she hit it, she put her hands behind her back as if to say, oops. 1-0. Braham with the lead. And maybe, hey, scoring first. Maybe that can lead to momentum heavily favoring them. But Bankston looking to change that. She does. Oh my goodness. Bankston, a heavy-handed swing there that time. Initially, the Bombers got the dig, but unable to keep up with it. Veronica Hemming checks in for Mackenzie Ribich. Cora Sayatovic back to serve. Serve is over. Dug up by Kunke, and now looking for the kill is Giffro. Dig by the Tigers, though, and Hemming looks for the kill. That's going to come up into the fan. And they hit it back onto the court. 2-1. Rush City takes over the lead. Serve from Sayatovic into the net. And we're tied back at 2. Back to serve now is Ashlyn Giffro. Her serve is over, dug up by Gar. And that is Bankston, who will just tap that one across with her fingertips. She flew up on that ball, looking like she was going to absolutely kill it. And then she just used her fingertips and just little blip over the net. Hey, it works. 3-2 in favor of the Tigers. And that's going to be an ace there for Bankston. And it's 4-2. Bankston getting set for the serve. It is up, it is over. Dug up by Kunke. And at the net, black down by Ferry, but the Bombers get it back. And now looking to get it over to Stream. She gets it over. It's dug up by Schroeder. And now Julia Kunke will look for the kill. And Bankston can't catch up with that one. Kunke with the kill on that one. And she destroyed that ball. I'm surprised Bankston even got a hand on it. Some of these hits by these athletes in volleyball, I would not even want to get in front of. They're coming in so hot. Doble with the serve, dug up by Gar. Hemming looking for the kill, but it's dug up by Zimpel. And Julia Kunke will just push this one across to Hemming with the dig. And Bankston looks for the kill. That's going to be down. Off the attempted dig of the Bombers, make it 5-3 in favor of Rush City. It's going to be Autumn Stream back there to serve for Rush City. Stream, her serve is over. Dug up by Giffro. And hit across by Schroeder. Dug up by the Tigers. And Ferry will look to get it back across. It's dug up by Kunke. Now to Zimpel, and hitting it across is Sophia Johnson. Ferry looks for the kill on the other side. Oh, right in between Doble and Giffro. They just had a miscommunication between themselves, and now it's 6-3 in favor of Rush City. They lead 2-0. Eric Thielander giving his server, Autumn Stream, a word of advice, just kind of probably where to place this one. Probably saw a spot of weakness for the Bombers. Although Kunke's right there. She's been getting clean digs all night. Blocked at the net after the Kunke attempted kill. And the Tigers can't keep it up clean. That makes it 6-4. Jenna Burmaster goes back to serve now for Braham. Her serve is over. Dug up by Ferry. Looking for the kill is Hemming. 2 Bombers get down and dig it. Sounds like we're boogieing here. Tigers, Ferry looks for the kill again. Dug up by Giffro, but that's going to go into the bleachers. And Rush City will get one back, 7-4. Veronica Hemming will check out. It's Mackenzie Ribich checking in. Looks like she will go back to serve. 7-4, Rush City with the lead. Ribich with the right-handed serve, it is over. Dug up there by Doble, and now Kunke will look for the kill. Off of the block attempt, it's down. And kill there for Julia Kunke. It will be Kunke back to serve for Braham. Her serve is dug up by Gar. Sayatovic gets it, and now hit across by Bankston, and that is going to get down. What a smart play there. I believe that was Schroeder who hit that back across. What a smart play, just once over, and she decided, hey, you know what? Let's hit it again. Let's get it back across. Let's make them get after it. Smart play there. Julia Kunke will serve. Here's the serve. It is over. Dug up by Gar. Nice job by Sayatovic keeping it alive. Michaela Ertz hits that one into the net, and we are tied at 7 here in set number 3. 7 apiece here between Rush City and Braham. Julia Kunke back to serve again for Braham. Dug up by Gar. Sayatovic. Bankston looks for the kill. It's into the net, and Braham takes the lead 8-7. Oh, Braham has fought back here in this third set and lead 8-7. Julia Kunke with the serve. It's dug up by Gar of the Tigers. And now pushing it across was Sayatovic, but back across by the Bombers. Now the Tigers have it. And Ella Ferry looks for the kill. Kunke able to keep up with it, but it's going to go out of bounds. And that'll tie things up at 8 between the Tigers and Bombers. Back to serve is going to be Ella Ferry. Ferry with the serve. Dug up by Kunke. Push across by Burmaster, and now looking for the kill was Giffro. Kept alive, and it's going to go right towards the head judge on the stand there, and that's going to be out of bounds. I don't think she can help either side, even if she wanted to. So that's going to get down. Rush to City Point, 9-8. Ella Ferry back to serve. Her serve is up. It is over. Dug up by Kunke. To Burmaster. And Giffro looks for the kill, but is blocked at the net again by Ertz and Sayatovic, and that'll make it 10-8. So just as quickly as it looked like Braham had momentum, Rush City absolutely rips it away and now has it back on their side. They lead 10-8 here in set number 3, lead 2-0. Braham looking to win this set and make this not their last set. Maybe they can even win 2 in a row and get it to a 5th. Ella Ferry with the serve. Oh, dug up by Doble. Just couldn't get a clean read on that one and mistimed it. That makes it 11-8. In favor of the Tigers, who lead 2-0. Ferry still back to serve. It is up, it is over. Dug up by Kunke this time. To Burmaster, and getting it across is Schroeder. And a little bit too much juice on that hit makes it 12-8. Tigers with the lead, 12-8 over the Braham Bombers. Ella Ferry to serve for the Tigers. Serve is over. Dug up by Giffro to Burmaster. Giffro looking for the kill. Dug up nicely, though, by the Bombers. And Bankston with an absolute missile. I mean, she squared it up, found the opening, and man, I make sure that the stitching on that volleyball is still intact, because my goodness, what a hit. She gets lifted up by her teammate Ferry. I mean, she destroyed that ball. Wow, what a kill there from Bankston. She has 9 on the evening. The next closest on the Braham side is Julia Kunke with 8. So them two have been very hard hitting tonight. But on her side, Bankston's teammate, Ella Ferry, has 7. So 9-8-7. Timeout called there by the Braham Bombers. Of 1 left here in set number 3. Tigers lead 13-8 over the Braham Bombers here, and the Tigers lead 2-0. They won the first set 25-8, second set 25-14. It's been back and forth here, and it's been the late part where Tigers really just take over and just start to run away with it. But they've done a good job of just being good teammates. You've seen Sayatovic do very well at serving. She's been very good at digging. Michaela Ertz has been great at the front line with blocks and just kind of tapping it over. But they've done a good job of just being smart about it, not being too aggressive, being aggressive when they need to be, and doing so well. That's why they have a 13-8 lead. But this is far from over, folks. Braham still has a chance here to get back into this and try and win 2 straight sets and get it to a 5th. But it goes 1 point at a time. And it'll start as Ella Ferry with the serve. Dug up by the Bombers, Burmaster, and now it's Giffro. Nearly gets down, but 2 Tigers get after it. Bankston with the hit across to Burmaster, and now Giffro looks for the kill. Dug up again by the Tigers. Bankston looks for the kill. That's going to be long. And the Braham Bombers get one back. Gift wrapped. If that hit goes long, it is McKenna Schroeder back to serve for Braham. They trail 13-9, and can they start a comeback here? Oh, Ella Ferry, that goes funny off of her, but Bankston diving dig, and Sayatovic gets it back across. Kunke with the dig. It is Giffro who hits it back across. Ertz at the net. It hits the top of the divider at the ceiling, and that, I guess, is considered out of bounds. So I'm assuming whoever hits it into that, it is out of bounds on them. And now Braham gets one back, 13-10. They trail, and T-Lander has a question. So maybe I'm wrong. Maybe that's not considered out of bounds. Maybe they called something else. Schroeder with the serve. It is over. Dug up there by Ribich. And now hitting it across is Bankston. Burmaster and looking to get it across is Zimpel. That gets down. Another point for Braham. There you go. Couple points back. And now it's 13-11. Schroeder to serve. One of the seniors here for Braham. Her serve is over. Out on the far side near the Rush City bench area. That'll make it 14-13. McKenna Gar with the serve. Dug up by Kunke. It was a little bit funny off of her dig, but Burmaster gets it across. Gar with the dig. And now looking for the kills on stream, but nice block at the net there by Braham. And then the hit by Rush City goes out of bounds, and the by the Tigers goes out of bounds, and the Bombers will just watch that one go. I don't know why tonight, but I just keep going back and forth on their names. I can't seem to get the right names for either of them. Zimpel back to serve now for Braham. She hits it across. It's Gar with the dig, and Bankston looks for the kill, but blocked at the net there by the Braham Bombers. It was Sophia Johnson, along with, I think, Ella Doble or Ashlyn Giffro. Either way, they get a point back. They're within one, 14-13. This third set has been so fun. Aaron Zimpel to serve. It's over. Oh, I think. Oh, so they crossed the line before the serve was across. You can't do that. There's a line that the back three players cannot cross before the serve crosses the net. They did. And the point, that's why the whistle was early. I was going to say a little bit early to blow the whistle on the serve, but it was long anyways. But again, they crossed the line before they were allowed to. Looking for the kills. Asher Giffro goes off the block, out of bounds. Point back for Braham. 15-14. And now back to serve will be Ashlyn Giffro. Again, one of the four seniors. Giffro with the serve. It is across. Gar just gets that one up. Hemming. And now across by Ferry. Kunke with the dig to Zimpel. And now looking for the kill. That is Sophia Johnson, another senior. And we have a tie right now in set number 3 at 15. Wow. Telling you, this one, we're in for a fun ending. Zimpel with the serve. It's over. Dug up by Bankston. Bankston is set up. She looks for the kill. Dug up, though, by the Bombers, and they'll have to go back and get it. But Giffro gets across, Hemming with the dig. It's Bankston again with the kill! Beautiful, beautiful hit by Bankston. I mean, there was not much room to maneuver for that hit, and she found just enough. And she'll go back to serve. Bankston now has 10 kills and 2 aces. Bankston serve is over, dug up by the Bombers. Julia Kunke will run up on it, push it across. And Bankston again looks for the kill. That's long. And we'll tie things back up at 16. Back and forth we go. Bombers have reached their match high points of 16. Their match high was 14 previous. And now it's Doble with the serve. It is over, dug up by Ferry to Gar. Ferry looks for the kill. It's dug up by the Bombers. Pushing it across is Zimpel. Diving dig by Bankston. And now Ferry will look for the kill again. That is just, oh my, wow. That is just long. I don't know if I would have been gutsy enough to let that one go. They do, and it is long. No, wait. Uh-oh. A bit of disagreement by the judges. Here we go. This is really going to decide a lot. It's 17-16 right now in favor of Braham, but looks like we could be in for a reversal of the call. The judges getting together to kind of discuss the call. And looks like they're going to reverse it. They will. Wow. Interesting. I can't even come close to tell you what the conversation was about. It looked clean from the get-go. It looked like it was long, but I don't know if they say it maybe hit inside. Maybe they say Braham got a fingertip on it. I am not sure what that they're discussing or why they switched it, but they did, and now Rush City has a 17-16 lead. Again, not sure why they decided to switch it. Now we're going to have a meeting again between the judges. Maybe they switch it. I don't know. I really don't. I wish I was down there with the judges so I could tell you what it was. Yeah, I'm not sure. I really wish I could tell you. And now it looks like Kunke may or may not be bleeding. She is. So Kunke may or may not be bleeding, or maybe she just has a rip in her jersey. Instead, she'll swap it with Sunny Lily. So Kunke will now be number 8. She will take off her number 5 and wear number 8. Again, I do believe that she is either bleeding or her jersey has ripped. That's why she's going to switch and grab number 8. Either way, we did switch points. Rush City now has a 17-16 lead. It looks like she may have just ripped it. Again, Kunke switches and will now be number 8, not number 5. Her jersey appears to be ripped. It's Autumn Stream who will serve for the Tigers after the switching of the points. It was tied at 16, but now Tigers have a 17-16 lead. And here we go. We're getting set. Autumn Stream with the serve. Dug up by Githro, but that's going to get down out of bounds. They get 18-16, and that call that reversed the points is going to be huge. I can already feel it. Cora Sayatovic, by the way, also has 2 aces along with Lydia Bankston. Autumn Stream going to be back serving again. Her serve is over. Dug up by Kunke, wearing the number 8 to Zimpel, and hit across by Schroeder. Dug up by Bankston. And looking for the kill is Ferry. Dug up, though, by the Bombers. Zimpel, now Kunke will hit it back across. Bankston to Ferry. Dug up cleanly by Gifro. Setting up Kunke for the kill. Blocked at the net. Still alive by the Bombers. They push it across. Stream will keep it alive. To Sayatovic. Ferry. Oh, that might have been out of bounds, and it's going to be out of bounds for Braham. It looked like that probably could have been left alone by the Braham Bombers. It would have been out of bounds, but they hit it back across, and it's out of bounds on Braham, so Stream will go back to serve. Rush City leads 19-16. It is over. It is dug up by Doble, and pushing it across. That time was McKenna Schroeder. It gets down for a point. 19-17. Checking in is Jenna Burmaster. Burmaster, it hits the net, gets over Bengtson. Very aware, keeps it alive. Ferry looking for the kill, blocked at the net by the Bombers. It's going to go out of bounds off the block. And point for Rush City. 20-17 they lead. They're 5 points away. Looking for a clean sweep over their conference foe. Veronica Hemming back to serve for the Tigers. It's over, dug up by 2 Braham Bombers. They managed to keep it alive, and Zimpel hits it back across. Ferry with the dig. Michaela Ertz, it goes off the top of the net, and oh, what? Not sure what the call is. It's going to be on Braham. That's a quick whistle because I don't even know if Braham got a hand on it before the whistle came. But again, we respect what the referees call, and it's 21-17. Hemming with the serve. It's dug up by the Braham Bombers to Burmaster. Julia Kunke looks for the kill off of the block at the front of the net. And now Ferry gets it back across, and that's going to hit the pole, which is out of bounds. Make it 21-18. Apparently it's 21-19. I must have missed a point. And that is why I keep track of the scoreboard inside the gymnasium at all times. 21-19. Kunke with the serve. It's over. Dug up by Gar. That's going to reach the net and get... Oh. Yeah, okay, they're going to look at the scoreboard here. It says 21-19. I believe it should only say 21-18. But we'll find out in just a moment. The referee's going to go to the scorer's table. We'll find out what the score is. And it is 21-18. I kind of thought so. I didn't think I had missed a point, but again, always want to stay up with the scoreboard inside the gymnasium because you just never know. Sometimes you get into the action, you get talking about what's going on, you miss a point. So 21-18 will be the score. Julia Kunke will get to serve it again. And we're set to go. Kunke with the serve. It's over. Dug up by Bankston. Sajatovic. Ertz looks for the kill. Dug up by the Bombers. Burmaster gets after it, and now hitting it across are the Bombers. Digging it up are the Tigers, though. Bankston looks for the kill. Dug up by Doble to Burmaster. And looking for the kill on the other side is Doble. Tigers keep it alive. Diving after it. Braham keeps it alive. It's Giffro who hits it back across. Michaela Ertz looks for the kill. It's long. And Braham gets another one back, 21-19. Julia Kunke will go back to serve. Her serve is over. Dug up by Gar. Man, she had to get after that one quickly. Mistimed it just a tad. Bankston will hit it back across. Bombers get the dig to Burmaster. And now looking for the kills. Giffro. Oh, Gar will keep it alive. So will Ribich. And somehow Ferry gets it back across. Dug up by the Bombers. Giffro looks for the kill. Blocked at the net by the Tigers. Getting it across is Gar. Nice job by Burmaster to keep that alive. And now Giffro again will get it. Ferry with the dig. And just ahead of Sajatovic. Blocked at the net by the Bombers. I believe that was Giffro. 20-21, and the Tigers will have to use their first timeout here in the third set. Bombers have brought themselves back within a point of the Tigers' lead, and my, oh my, this third set proving to be quite action-packed, as it should be. Two of the top four teams here in the Great River Conference playing tonight, and it's the Braham Bombers and the Rush City Tigers. And it has been very good. Even though the Tigers lead 2-0, and you might look back at the set scores in set 1, 25-8 and 25-14, you might say, oh, it's been lopsided. It really hasn't. The action out on the court says this is a 1-to-1 match and says we're going all five. That's really what it says out there. The action has been so crazy, so fun. It really doesn't feel like a 2-0 set lead for anybody, even though the Tigers do have the 2-0 lead. And coming out of the timeout, Bombers still lead. Or Bombers still trail by 1, I apologize. Julia Kunke will serve again. Her serve is over. Oh, and out. And maybe that timeout proves to be a turning point here for Rush City. It's Ella Ferry who will serve. It's over. Dug up by Kunke. Burmaster. And now Giffro. Blocked at the net by Sajatovic. And it's 23-20. Rush City is 2 points away. Timeout call by Braham there. And I think that's a smart timeout. I think that's a very smart timeout by the Braham Bombers. They trail by 3. They had a ton of momentum going their way. But now, all of a sudden, after timeout, Rush City gets 2 straight points and are 2 points away from getting a clean sweep over the Braham Bombers, but Braham going to do everything in their power to not allow that to happen. And we'll see what the next couple points look like. Can Braham get 3 back and possibly get 5 straight to end this set and go to set 4? Or will Rush City grab the last 2 and end it in 3? Both teams back out of the timeout. They're wasting no time. They want to get back out here. This has been a fun one, like I mentioned. No matter who wins, it really feels a lot closer than what it was. Even if this goes all 5 sets, it still feels closer. 23-20, Ella Ferry will be back to serve here for the Rush City Tigers. She has 1 ace, 7 kills on the evening. There's the whistle and the okay to serve. Ferry, she'll run up on it. Here's the serve. It's over. It's long. Braham gets one back, 21-23. Back to serve for the Bombers is McKenna Schroeder. Serve is over. Dug up by Gar. Pinkston looks for the kill. Blocked at the net by the Bombers. That definitely helps. Burmaster, and now looking for the kill is Giffro. Dug up by the Tigers. Michaela Ertz will look just to tap it over. It's down, and we are now at match point 24-21. Bombers need 3 straight points to avoid the chance at getting eliminated. Meanwhile, McKenna Gar will look to end it right here. Gar with the serve. It's over. Dug up by Kunke. Kept alive by Burmaster. And now Giffro gets it across. Blocked at the net by Santovic. And that'll end it. 25-21 will be the final here in set number 3. And the Tigers take all 3 sets and win it 3-0. They take set 3, 25-21. What a match this was between these two teams. It was a fun one. The Braham Bombers wind up getting the victory, or excuse me, Rush City Tigers. I swear it's the Rush City Tigers, ladies and gentlemen, I promise. I'm not going crazy just yet. But the Rush City Tigers grab the victory here in this match. 3-0. They win set number 1, 25-8. Set number 2, 25-14. And the third set, 25-21. It was a very, 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 very action-packed match. And again, even though the scoreboard is going to say that the Tigers won 3-0, it really didn't feel like it. It really did not feel like it was that lopsided. It felt like this went all 5, and each set was won 25-23, 28-30. It really did feel like a lot closer than what it was, but a great game nonetheless between these two teams. The Rush City Tigers do come out on top, 3-0. So, as we go to the standings, Rush City will move to 6-1 and we'll say 1-0 in the section, but they'll move to 6-1 on the year. And in the conference, as we go and look at the conference standings, they will move to 3-0 in the conference, and will move atop the conference just for now until Pine City plays again and possibly wins. We'll have to wait and see. But as for the Braham Bombers here, they suffer another loss. It will move them to 7-2 and move them to 1-1 in the Great River Conference standings. They should stay right where they're at in 4th place, because the next closest is Ogilvie at 1-2. And then it's 3-0 for Rush City, 2-0 for Pine City, 1-0 for Mille Lacs, and then Braham at 1-1, and then Ogilvie 1-2, Hinkley Finlayson 0-2, East Central 0-3. Meanwhile, if you have had so much fun watching this one, be sure to tune in to 95.5 FM KBEK, as Andy Beckstrom is on the call in the game where Ogilvie is hosting Hinkley Finlayson right now, and that should be another good one. Those two teams trying to get more wins in the conference and continue to make their push. But again, the final here in Rush City at Rush City High School, the Rush City Tigers take it 3-0. They win the first set 25-8, the second set 25-14, and the third set 25-21. Man, was it a fun set, a fun match between these two teams. A lot of action again. If you were here throughout the entirety of this one, you know this one was a lot closer than what it seemed. And maybe if you weren't, Man, this was so action-packed. What a match it was between these two teams. Even though Rush City takes it 3-0, it was a lot closer than what the scoreboard says in the end. But in the end, it does say Rush City has the victory. So for the Braham Bombers and the Rush City Tigers, that will probably end their week of play as they will move on to next week as we look to the Rush City volleyball schedule. Again, wrapping up their week this week with this game for the Tigers. And next week, if I remember the date, it's the 15th. They will play next Tuesday in Pine City. And let me tell you, that should be a great match. Those two teams at the top of the Great River Conference, and that will probably be the top two at the end of the season. So be sure to tune into that one. We'll be out there at that one. Next Tuesday, Braham will host Ogilvie, and that should be another good one. And then Braham next Thursday will be in Pine City. So some great conference matches coming up here for both of these teams, and it should be fun. If you've had fun listening to this one, man, tune in next week. We'll have more for you as Pine City will host Rush City on Tuesday. Then on Thursday, Pine City will host Braham. So it should be a fun one for next week in volleyball action. For WCMP, our next broadcast is tomorrow night. We will have Pine City football as they host Hibbing in the Howard Bowl. You can hear that one right here on 106.5 FM AM 1350. Then in football action, it will be North Branch taking on Mora over on KBEK. You can hear that one again on 95.5 FM. No video, as their contract, again, with the NFHS does not allow us to do video, but we will be there. Andy Beckstrom will be on the call. And then Braham will host Barnum over on YouTube. You can find the link at WCMPradio.com or KBEK.com, either one. That one will be YouTube only. Be sure to see that one, as Adam Hefty will be on the call for that game. But for this one, the final, again, Rush City 3-0 over the Braham Bombers. Want to thank all of you for tuning in tonight. You caught a good one, caught a very good one. Want to thank to all the fine sponsors for sponsoring this broadcast and all broadcasts on WCMP and KBK. If it wasn't for them, we really wouldn't be able to come out here and broadcast any of these games. So make sure, if you're in the place of business of any of these sponsors, make sure to just give them a shout out. Say, hey, thanks for sponsoring the broadcast on WCMP. We greatly appreciate it. Please keep it up. Again, the score, Rush City 3-0 over the Braham Bombers. For WCMP, I am Ethan Game Day Gillen. Have a great rest of your night. Sponsors, make sure to just give them a shout out. Say, hey, thanks for sponsoring the broadcast on WCMP. We greatly appreciate it. Please keep it up. Again, the score, Rush City 3-0 over the Braham Bombers. For WCMP, I am Ethan Game Day Gillen. Have a great rest of your night.